So I run my code, and my first GUI was showing earlier, and I was able to put in the amounts and everything, but I was getting this error when I pressed the submit button, and now I added in more code, and now I am getting this error before any of my GUIs even show up. Here's my first form, where they can add in all the amounts for the monthly essentials. Then I have my exit button, clear button, and my submit button. Then I have all my variables. I have my submit button, which gets the amounts that the user inputted and adds them to the list. Then it takes you to the next form. The list in this form sends the amounts to the list in the expense class. Then I have my exit button and my clear button. Then the next form is this, where the user can choose if they are buying property or renting property, and this is invisible until they say rent. Then this should show up. Then I have the exit, clear, and submit buttons. I am calling classes and the variables. Here I've said that the things are false, and then here I've said it's true that when they click on that radio button, it's true, so then it will pop up. And here this takes them to the next class. And then I have the clear and exit buttons. Then the next class is if they click the buying property radio button, it will take them to this form, where they add in all these amounts. Then I have the exit button, all of that. I've got my lists and all the variables and the classes. Here I've got my submit button. It does the same as the form. It sends the amount they've entered to the list in the expense class. Then I've got my clear and my exit buttons and my back button, which will take them to the previous thing if they want to choose rent, not buy. Then I have where they choose if they're buying a vehicle. Then I've got my variables, my lists, and then here, if they say yes and it's true, it will take them to the next form. Then if it's no, it will take them to the report, and then have my exit button. Then if they said they're buying a vehicle, they add in all the amounts. Then I have the variables and the lists and the calling the classes, my clear and exit button. Then this does same as the previous ones, where it adds the amounts from the list in this class to the list in the expense class. Then we have the expense class. I have Boolean values, calling classes, one delegate, and then lists. Here I am using the lists to store the values, and the delegates to call other methods for buying property, buying a vehicle, and then this is stalling. Then I am returning values for if they say they are renting or buying a property, and if they say yes to buying or no to buying a vehicle. And then I have my report. I have a list box. I'm calling classes. Then I have my clear button, my exit button, my back button, which takes them all the way back to the first form with the essentials. Then I have my report, gross income, then an if statement for if they are renting property or if they are buying, then an if statement for if the home loan is greater than the gross income divided by 3 and what it should do, and then it displays the rest of the values. And then I'll get my library. Then I have all my variables and my lists, and then I made a method for the name of this budget plan, well, the class name, and then I have the essentials and to get the rent, and then it's calling the method names from down here, and I do that for the property and the vehicles as well. And then I get the rent amount and I return the rent amount. Then I have the monthly essentials to add them to arrays and to work out the total deposit. Well, not work it out, but to add it to the array. Then I work out the home loan in the property method, and in the vehicle method I work out the monthly cost. Then here we get all the values for the monthly essentials, the property and the vehicle. Then here we return all the values that will be used in the report, and then I will go back and show my class diagram. And then I have diagrams for all of these. And there's all my class diagrams.